Hello and welcome to this week's installment of Captions Live. I'm Mara, the community manager here at Captions and your host for the day, and I'm joined with my colleague Eli.
Hey everybody.
So today we are going to be showing you how you can edit like a pro using Captions. Captions is awesome. We're all about giving you all the tools you need to make editing simple, easy. Anyone can be a creator, anyone can be a video editor, but we want to make sure you really know how to get the best out of all of our tools and features. So we're going to be walking you through them. Feel free to ask us any questions as we go. If there's anything you want us to show you or go over, please leave it in the chat. We'll be happy to cover it. And I'm going to pass it off to Eli to get us started. And of course, he's going to go over our favorite and most important reminder to please update your app before we jump in.
All right, cool. All right, let's dig in. First thing we're going to do is we're going to close the Captions app. Bet you didn't see that coming. We're going to go into the App Store, tap on the profile on the top right, and pull down to refresh. I just want to make sure everyone's on the latest version of the Captions app. It looks like I just updated it, but you'll see I've got all these other ones I need to update. Step number 2, go into Settings and click on App Store. And make sure that app download and app update is toggled on. That'll ensure that you always get the latest version. Our iOS team puts out a couple of builds per week, so you'll really want to be on the latest version. Most people who reach out to our customer support, they have a question, they have an issue, we go, can you update the app? They go, great, that solved it. So lots of new features, bug fixes, enhancements, all that good stuff. Okay, now let's actually get into Captions. We're going to talk about all sorts of editing you can do and ways to help boost engagement in your video. So a couple ways to start a project. Tap on that create button. You can either record live in the app itself using the camera or teleprompter option. You can also generate a script. We've got AI Shorts, which we'll talk about on another webinar live stream, and AI dubbing, which we are going to talk a little bit now. So most people import their video to start, so we're going to do that as well. Import. This will show your entire photo album. This is a test device, so I only have 5 videos. I downloaded something from TikTok with The Rock in an interview, so we're going to tap on that one.
So my first bout of...
It'll give you a preview. At this point, you can adjust the start time or the ending time, so you don't actually have to import the entire video. Sometimes overlooked, but yeah, you can change how long you'd like this clip to be. Click done, and at this point you can either continue or add additional clips. So if you did want to add more than one clip,
this is such a special...
we can have 2 together, and then you can edit that video as one. Again, maximum length is 5 minutes, which you probably know if you use the app. And you can remove it if you want. So we'll continue with one item.
So my first bout of depression with...
I'm just going to pause that so you can hear me better. And then we've got a couple options. We can see the video in full screen if we need to. We can actually trim it again if we'd like to. And then we can select the spoken language. So, depends on where you are in the world or what language you're using. We'll default to your highest priority device language. So if you go into your settings, actually, let's go over there and take a look to make sure everyone knows where it is. So if you click into General, and keyboard? Language, there it is. Okay, so you can change your preferred languages. You can tap on edit, you can tap add language. So we'll show you whatever languages that you have in your settings as well. So kind of a good tip there. We also show all languages. So we now have 45. We just added 12 new languages yesterday. So if you scroll through, you'll get all these languages. And then at the very bottom, if you're speaking more than one language in the original video, tap on that other languages, and that'll ensure that we try our best to pick up any and all languages that you have in the video. So in this case, The Rock is speaking English, and we can do a couple things here. If we leave the second option blank, we'll just add captions in English, as you can see here, no translation. But if we do want to make The Rock either speak another language or add captions in another language, you can do that as well here. So let's say we wanted captions in, we just added Greek. So let's add Greek. So we can actually make the captions in Greek. And in this particular case, that's all we can do here because we don't support AI dubbing for Greek. But if we were to choose Portuguese, we can actually have The Rock speak Portuguese, which I'd love to hear. So once you click auto dub to Portuguese, it'll take a few minutes. Auto dub does take a little bit longer than just the captions, so just please be aware it could take a few minutes. So just for the benefit of time, I'm going to go back and look at our finished video, kind of like home cooking network. we've got
The pre-baked option.
The pre-baked option, exactly. So we're going to open up this
You don't
project.
want to go to school.
Again, I'll hit pause here, and we can see that captions have been added in English. So we're going to hit play and scroll through a little bit and just check on all of the captions, make sure they look okay.
I was ready to leave. I left school. I didn't. I wasn't working out. And you know, for us,
Okay,
just as
pretty
athletes,
good
just
so
any kind of.
far. So now we're going to get into what you can do in this caption setting at the bottom left. So where it says Captions AI in purple, we're going to tap there. And if you don't see this on your own phone, if you're following along at home, we're releasing this over the next week or two. So you will see this in probably a couple of days, but maximum 1 or 2 weeks. So we can actually look through, and as it says here, you can add, edit, and delete your captions below. So you can just look at every single segment here. And if we want to make sure that it was working well, let's say he said midterms and he actually said a different word, you can tap in,
I didn't
tap
take
edit,
any
you can adjust the spelling
midterms,
right here.
and I just left.
Easily. If you want to adjust the timing, so let's say this segment, but the interesting thing, if that wasn't exactly at the right time, just drag your finger. Let's see if I can do it. Yep, you can just drag your finger back to make that previous one start or end a little bit earlier, or you can drag the other way and have it start a little bit later. So that's how you can adjust the timing, either to start later or start earlier. If you want, you can actually delete an entire segment. So I'm going to click delete. Caption is gone. It's that simple. And then also, if you wanted to export your project without any captions at all, you can click delete all, and then you can export, and then all of your captions will be removed. You can export the video, edit it somewhere else, re-import it and add another language. Lots of different stuff you can do there. Okay, so that's how you can edit the timing and the spelling of your captions. And next, we're going to talk about the style. Okay, so the second option here in this first tab is style. And we have a couple of preset styles for you: classic, serious, altair. We've got a few different ones all ready to go, and you'll notice they all have the same color. You're going to change your color after. It's actually not in this section. It's actually right next to it here in color. So if you're looking for that, it's in a completely different section. So some people ask that question. So I think we're going to let's try focus. And so you can apply and click anywhere on that button, or you can click edit and you can do some further customizations. So here you can change the number of words per line. You can change it to a single word. You can change it to time, or you can actually have it go randomly through all different types. Cool. You can also change the amount of lines per page. So in this case, very easy to see. If we have 4, it goes all the way up to 4. I think it goes to 8. Okay, I thought it was 6. Okay, so we'll keep it to 3. That looks nice. You can change the font. You can actually add custom fonts all the way at the end. Click on that little plus button, and then we will show you any custom font that you have installed on your iPhone. So if you're looking for a particular font, install it first to your iPhone, and then we'll be able to pick it up from here. We have a Help Center article on that as well. If you go to help.captions.ai and type in font, it'll be the first option you'll see. Okay, we can also change the alignment, left, center, right, justify. We've got attributes. So a couple of people asked about this. They ask how they can have their captions all be the exact same size. So if this is turned on, this will ensure, if it's turned off, it'll ensure all the captions are the same size. If you toggle this on, we'll auto fit it, which means different sizes along the way. You can hide the punctuation, get rid of periods and commas and the like. Stroke. So this one's interesting. So stroke is basically like an outline around some of the words that you have. And let's see if this works. We'll change the color. There we go. So now it's a little bit easier to understand what that is. So we'll go a little bit smaller. There we go. And then we have a shadow. So shadow is also, there we go, kind of looks like a neon light. That's pretty cool. And then you can change the background transition. Does it slide in from the top? Does it jump? Does it fade? I mean, we're only halfway
It's
through
incredible.
here.
It's really such a like dense little tab, and there's
Yeah.
absolutely so much you can do to completely customize your captions.
Yeah.
No one else will have something like it.
Yeah, if you want it, you can make it.
Yeah.
You can force lowercase, force title case, things like that. Some more transition options, and then target, line, or word. So that's how the caption emphasis will appear as you're looking through this particular video. Okay, and now the fun part, auto movement and auto scale. This is brand new as of, I think, 2 weeks ago. So if you turn auto movement on, it will actually change how the words appear, left, right, up, and down. You can change the speed to be faster. That's a little too much. Make this a little bit slower. You can actually change how much you'd like the X offset to be, so left to right. And then, of course, the other option would be up and down. Okay, I'm going to turn that off just to show you the next one, which is auto scale. This is kind of like a pulse in and out. You can change the speed, and you can change how big or small you'd like them to get. So pretty cool. And then at the end, you've got randomized rotation, and you've got active color to change it a little bit more. So I'm going to turn this off just for the sake of the video. I think I got a little too aggressive there, but this is pretty good for engagement, especially if you do just a slight amount of this auto movement. So actually, let's make this small one. Okay, I think that looks nice.
You'll have everyone commenting on your videos.
Exactly.
How did you make your captions?
Exactly. Okay, so now that we've set our style, let's take a look at color. There's 4 options. You've got text, emphasis, background, and active. And so we can change these a bit to see how they look. And by the way, there's 3 different tabs here. There's grid, spectrum, and sliders. And the last option, sliders, we get this question a lot. How can I choose a particular hex code? You can enter it in right there, right in the middle. Okay, we'll change that. Active word color, let's make that a little bit blue. Okay, let's see how that looks. That's fun. And then you can also do AI color scheme. So let's say you wanted to come up with something for your video, oceanside sunset, mountain Pikachu. You can enter in anything you want, and we'll automatically apply those colors to your project, which is pretty cool. Okay, I'm just going to hit on scale quickly just to round out this particular tab. So if you import your video, we'll attempt to show it in the exact same ratio as you imported. So if it's vertical, it'll be imported vertical. If it's horizontal, it'll show as horizontal. But you can always change that if you like. So this video was 9:16, but I can make it 16:9. And then from that, you can change it to from fill, which will basically zoom in right in the middle of the video, fit, which will ensure the entire video is shown. So you'll get that, I think it's called pillars on the left and right. And then you can do auto, which will take a few minutes, but this will attempt to ensure that all of the faces stay in frame as the video moves around. So I encourage you to check that one out as well. Okay. All right, we covered captions, styles, colors, and scale. Now let's do a little bit of education on the editing of the timeline. So I'm going to start over here. From this point, if you'd like to add transitions or split clips or remove portions of your video, tap on Edit with Captions, tap right on that timeline right at the bottom there, and you can scroll through, and let's say I wanted to cut out this portion. I would split it right there. I'm going to split it again right here, apply that, and now I've got this middle section that I can do a couple things with. One, I can delete it, and I'll show you how that works just to demo it. So now the project and the video timeline will be added together. And then anytime you have a point here where you've split the clip, you'll see this little icon which allows you to add a transition. So we've got over 10 transitions. I'm just gonna add this one here. We'll hit
Know what
play.
it was. I didn't know what depression was.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Let's take a look at a few more. Yeah, let's try 3 of them. Okay, we'll do the pixel one, and then for this one, let's try glitch. Okay, let's see how those look.
What it was. I didn't know what depression was. I just knew I didn't want to be there. Wasn't going to.
Okay, pretty sweet. Yeah.
Cool. I like these.
Yeah.
These are fun.
It's a little bit hidden. It's a little bit hidden because you have to add that
Yeah.
split point, but after you do the split, you can add the transition. I think we're actually working on a new UI design that'll make it a little bit more clear, but for now, that's how you can edit and see all of your transitions. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about engagement. There's 4 AI features that I want to talk about pretty quickly. These are basically like one-click features to make your video more engaging. So the first one is AI images. This is one of the first features that we offered at Captions over a year ago. So you can apply these royalty-free images to your video automatically. So I'm just gonna let this play.
Working out. And you know, for us, just as athletes, just any kind of sweat, getting it in will help get that shit out of you.
Right.
And actually we can follow along here to see which image is gonna get applied to which video. So if you look at shoulder, there's that little kind of teal color there. That lets you know that an image
Because
has
of
been
my
added.
shoulder. So
All right, the guy's working the shoulders. Perfect, perfect image for the rock guy working out. Okay, so that's images. Super helpful. You can have that either on or off, and you can decide which words you'd like the images applied to. Second, I guess I'll hit on AI
I
trends
left
just
school.
quickly.
I didn't take it.
So
I
from
left
here
school.
you can choose.
I didn't take it.
Sorry, I think
I
it's
left
repeating a lot,
school.
so
I didn't
I'll
take it. I
X this
left
out.
school.
So from here, it'll identify points in your video that can be removed. These might be ums or ahs or literal just dead space in the video. So if you want to get your video to be a little bit more engaging and shorten it and it won't affect what story you're trying to tell, I highly recommend trying AI trim. AI censor was enabled. I think you saw that before. He cursed and we censored that for him. AI spotlight. Okay, so once you click on AI spotlight, you can click on advanced options. This used to be called AI emphasis, but we changed it a little bit because we now let you have more customization. So now you can add an underline, an emphasis, or a supersize to each word, and we'll automatically apply it for either nouns, keywords, or pictorial words. So this is really an awesome feature, again, for that engagement. Okay, now I think this is Mara's favorite.
It is.
AI emojis. Okay, so AI emojis will do similar to what the images did. It will recognize the words that are being spoken, and it'll try and add AI emojis that make sense to pair with that word. And you can have those emojis be small, medium, large. Let's make them large for the time being. You can have it appear on the page or the line or the word. So I'm going to actually just do word because I want to test that out. And then you can do above or below the captions or just free form. And then that way you can change it however you like. So let's find an emoji.
At that time, that was
There we go. And you can move it around however
a
you like.
tough one for me. And again, I didn't know what it was.
That one's good.
So fun.
Yep, you can change and rotate it. Oh, that's the caption rotation. But for the actual emoji, you can change the rotation as well.
And another common question that we get for both actually images and emojis is that you can remove a specific emoji if you don't want one. If it doesn't quite fit what you want, you can remove it.
Exactly. I can show you how to do that here. Tap right on the word, tap on emoji, and it's gone.
And it only removes that one. The other ones will still be there.
Great pro tip. Okay, so we've talked about emojis, and I'm just going to quickly hit on AI music. We had a whole webinar, which is actually live on our YouTube page. I think it's youtube.com/@captions/streams. We'll send a link out if you'd like to see, but go to our YouTube channel and you'll see it. So AI music allows you to add royalty-free music that's AI generated in the moment to your video, which is pretty cool. You can choose from the moods and themes and genres. It takes a few seconds to generate, and we'll add it as a backtrack for your video. So just wanted to hit on that a little bit. Okay, the next section, and we're kind of cruising here, is how to edit individual words. So everyone should be able to tap on the button Edit with Captions, tap on any particular word that you'd like, and you'll see that there's a new bar at the bottom, different than the one that you saw before. So from here, you can tap on edit to edit the spelling of that word. You can emphasize the word. You can add an emoji. And just a quick note here, we have all of the standard emojis, and we also added, I think, about 50 animated emojis, which are really fun. I like this melty guy, cryy face, light bulb. And
They're really fun.
Yeah, these are honestly, these are a lot of fun. Rainbow's super cool too. Okay, so we'll add the rainbow to this one. Yeah, and then it shows you a preview at the bottom on what you've added. So now let's look at a different word. Let's look a little bit later, wait for that rainbow to go away. Okay, so through. Now we can add an effect. Okay, so this is actually hot off the presses, brand new. I'm not actually even sure if everyone has access to it. It'll be rolled out over the next week or so, but we have 3 effects. There's more coming. We've got fire, lightning, and galaxy. Lightning is my favorite. So let's see how this looks all together.
Was years later and went through it again when I got a divorce.
Nice.
So cool.
Really subtle, but really cool. Okay, let's try another word. Didn't. Okay, so you can add a GIF. You can search for anything you like. You can add the GIF here as well. We've got transitions. If you want, you can extend the duration of how long this GIF will be on the screen. And then if you don't want it there anymore, you can click that delete button. And you can change the size. Okay, so we got a lot going on right here. let's get rid of the images for now, just for
I got a divorce.
just for the sake here.
Didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
Years later,
There we
around
go.
2000.
Okay, cool. All right, we'll try another word, really. And then we've got images. You can add a custom image. You can supersize it if you want. You can underline it if you want. And then we also have sound. So most people don't know that we have sound effects. We've got over 100 sound effects here. You can preview them here on the left side. We've got whooshes. We've got swishes. Again, not sure how we determined which is a whoosh, which is a swish, but
it's up to some interpretation.
Yeah, you let us know what you prefer better. Okay, and let's click this lowest drop. We'll add it in there.
But knew what it was.
All right, I think we showed almost everything. Oh, you can override the color if you like, override the font of the particular word if you like. You can change the break of that individual word. You can actually even hide that particular word if you don't want it to show up. And then you can adjust the timing for the individual word as well. There's a few locations to do this. And then you can always delete the word. Yep, and it's gone.